Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Drop it. What up there, guys? This is Jugget82, and this is a video. It's called InSight. I'm going to be doing these videos every now and then, and basically, InSight will be my insight about pop culture, things that I remember, movies, TV shows, you name it. InSight will be what I think of the things. But anyway, this InSight will be talking about RoboCop, as you saw by the little thing I was doing before this. But RoboCop to me was a great action movie, a great depiction of society, really, and it just had a whole lot of things going in the movie that the first time I actually got a chance to see RoboCop, the first RoboCop, was way back in like 1980 something. The movie was released in 1987. Um, the first time I actually got a chance to see RoboCop, the first RoboCop, believe it or not, was around '94, something like that. And this is the thing that gets me about television also, because for anybody who has ever seen the movie RoboCop, you know that Peter Willer's character is executed in the movie when he's Alex Murphy, Lieutenant Alex Murphy. Sorry, I'm getting stuttering. I got the porcupine syndrome, but he is executed. I remember seeing this on TV on Fox. It was like a late night Fox, and I remember seeing it. And they showed the entire execution scene. It lets you know how much censorship has changed over the years. But yeah, I remember seeing it, and when I first saw it, it scared the shit out of me, and it made me want to cry. Jughead cries. But I thought the movie was captivating. It really had a good message. And RoboCop for me was just one of those movies that really hit you. And I like RoboCop still to this day. And I just got finished watching it, and it just made me want to do a video about it. Um, RoboCop, like I say, it's the story of an officer named Alex Murphy who is gunned down in the line of duty, and like I say, it was a gruesome the way he was killed. Um, Basically, OCP, which is this company that wants to enforce law in old Detroit. Old Detroit, of course, being Detroit, Michigan. They want to enforce the law more, and they feel that the police officers are not doing their job good enough, so they want to have this robot. They want to build a robot. And then what happens with Alex Murphy is that he is the chosen one, in a sense, because he got killed. And there's RoboCop. Little do they know that RoboCop's memories are still in Alex Murphy's brain. He still has the intellect to remember what happened to him. And this movie, like it has so much going on in it. It talks about corruption, political views. It has a whole lot of things dealing with death, the afterlife, how life is, and like I said, this movie speaks a lot. This movie won an Academy Award also for visual effects, and this movie stands the test of time to me because this movie shows stuff that's going on now as it relates to bullshit that goes on in the world. RoboCop only $13 million. I'm looking at Wikipedia a little bit too. $13 million. I did not know it's a modest $13 million. That's how they said. The suit alone, the RoboCop suit, was like $1 million. They had 6 different suits. 3 of them were just the regular suits, and 3 of them were the damaged suits, which you see at the end of close to the ending of the movie. And I think I have to commend them just how they were able to put a really great story together, and the villains in the movie were just amazing. Even the person that built RoboCop was like a villain. He was like a villain himself. You have I don't know his name by heart, so forgive me, but the guy from that '70s show that plays the father on that '70s show, uh, Eric, you're a dumbass. Yeah, yeah, and great movie. The casting of this movie was great. Believe it or not, I found out that they wanted to cast. They had a choice between 2 other actors they wanted to cast as RoboCop, and that was Rutger Hauer and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Could you imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger and RoboCop? Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Get in the car. Get to the chopper. Get down now. Yeah, that would, I don't know. And then it would kind of be weird because he had just a year ago did Terminator, so then he would be a robot again, and I don't know, I guess typecasting anybody. But I'm so glad they chose Peter Weller as RoboCop. It's this iconic role, and Peter Weller truly showed that he was the man to play RoboCop. And there was another reason also, the fact that the suit was not meant for a bigger actor. Believe me, Rutger Howard kind of favors Peter Weller a little bit, just a little bit, and he might have been able to pull it off. But like I said, they needed a actor that was more fit and lean, and Peter Weller at the time was very fit and lean to be in the suit, and plus his movements. Like I say, when they say there's only one person to be RoboCop, period, and it's Peter Weller all the way. Now they've had spin-offs of RoboCop, like RoboCop the series. They had, of course, RoboCop 3 that many people shit on. Um, I put it like this: when people say RoboCop, they should immediately think Peter Weller, because Peter Weller is RoboCop. Every other actor who's played him doesn't even stand a candle to Peter Weller. Uh, with that being said about RoboCop as it relates to the series and stuff, I personally enjoyed the series. It kind of was more lighthearted, just like the third movie was. This movie, RoboCop, the original RoboCop movie, was very, very violent, very, very gory. It was going to receive an X rating by the MPAA, but the director I'm trying to remember his name, but anyway, he decided to cut a bunch of scenes out. One of the scenes was a scene where Ed 209 was going to kill one of the executives, and they felt it was too graphic. Also, the scene where Alex Murphy's arm was blown off, and yeah, not to give away too much of the movie, but yeah, it was pretty graphic. They decided to cut all those out of there for the theatrical release to give it at least an R rating. Uh, like I say, RoboCop to me is just one of those movies that stands the test of time. It's a great movie. It has a lot of views about just everything in it. It just expresses so much if you just really watch the movie. When I was a kid, I didn't see it then. As an adult, I see it more. And I think RoboCop was just one of those movies that it just hit you. It just got you. They're supposed to be remaking RoboCop, and that can be a hit or a miss, and it can be really fucked up. So far, it seems like it's coming together pretty good. I've seen it's supposed to have a release in 2013. Uh, you know, I am not just I'm not super into remakes that much. There's a couple of remakes that I've kind of liked, but it's up in the air right now with that. I think RoboCop, the original RoboCop movie, still stands the test of time to me. And if they're going to remake it, it needs to have a strong story. It doesn't necessarily have to have a lot of CGI, and it doesn't necessarily have to have wilding effects. Like I say, with the CGI thing, it needs to have a strong cast, and it needs to have a heart to the movie to make people want to be like, "Wow, this movie really has a heart to it." Like I said, RoboCop to me is just one of those movies. Of course, sequels came out. RoboCop 2, which I thought was pretty decent. Uh, it kind of toned down just a little bit, but not too much on the violence part. But it still had a good message. There's some thought provoking scenes in the movie. Like there's a part in the movie where RoboCop goes into the house that his wife and his son lived, and he lived, and his memory is starting to bring back memories of when he was, Alex Murphy, when he was alive, or when he was, just a human being, and it brought back those memories that really just, as he kept going through the house, it pissed him off that this had to happen to him, and you know, it's a whole bunch of scenes in this movie that really will get to you, and it'll really make you just think. Now, of course, they dumbed the shit down on RoboCop when RoboCop 3 came out. When I first saw RoboCop 3, I was a little kid. I was like, wow, this is cool. RoboCop, he can fly and shit. As an adult, I realized how fucking stupid that was to change the way the first movie was to fit the image. Just kind of like how they did the Batman, the other Batman movies, the Joel Schumacher movies, how they just turned them into fucking Happy Meal McDonald's toys and shit, because it really hurt what the movie was really about and the message that the movie sent. It was darker in the first movie, RoboCop. It kind of got a little bit lighter in RoboCop 2, but still was darker. In RoboCop 3, it just, I don't know. It just was. Ugh. But like I said, RoboCop stands the test of time. It's a movie that's been out 20 plus odd years, 25 to be exact, and it's a great movie. The 25th anniversary of RoboCop. I enjoyed, and I still to this day enjoy RoboCop. Um, I think it's just one of those movies that if you haven't seen it, where the fuck have you been for the past 25 years? It's just a great movie. And what else can be said? RoboCop. It's the shit, man. It's awesome, man. Get to see it, man. But yeah, this is Jughead82 saying I hope you guys enjoyed this long ass video of me doing my insight about RoboCop. But yeah, this is Jughead82 signing off.